So
It's just something fun to do. It's like if you're bored, why not smoke some weed?
do you get a lot done or not?
I mean, I get the bare minimum done. I'd say I got a pretty productive life.
And how about you, Saul?
What does marijuana mean to me?
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole lifestyle, man. It's a whole way of living. You know, everything you do, marijuana makes it better. And yeah, I get by. That's my business. That's what I do. I sell weed, man. You know, since I was a little kid growing up, I've always sold weed. That's how I get by.
Have you ever gotten in trouble with the law or
No,
anything?
man, no. I'm really smart with how I do it. I have the best connections and the best product, so it never goes wrong.
Dale, do you consider yourselves friends? Do you consider Saul your friend?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be close with your dealer, and I mean, I feel just like we brings people together. I trust him. Hooks me up with good weed.
Where do you see yourself a year from now?
Well, I'm kind of content with where I'm at. I mean, I'm always looking for things, but I got a job, I got a place to live, I got weed. I'm a pretty content person.
Dale, have you ever? I'm not Dale. I'm sorry.
So,
Saul. I'll get this right. Saul, have you ever thought of expanding your business?
oh yeah, I'm taking over high school by high school. So, you know, I have Chester A. Arthur in my pocket. I'm looking to get the next one down the road in my pocket. Just expanding, you know, all over the county, really.
So, Saul, if you could come up with a statement or a saying that would define you, what would that be?
A statement that would define me. On the Green Easy Street.
Okay. How about for you, Dale?
For me, just taking life one step at a time, while baked.
Amen, brother.
So, what do you think they'll have on your tombstone? How do you want to be remembered?
You know, hopefully something like super Rastafarian on there, something super cool. You know, definitely some engravings on the tombstone with like, you know, a bong and some smoke coming up, something really cool, you know. But I think I'll always be remembered as, you know, laid back, you know, chill, peaceful guy. You know, just a cool man, a cool dude that got along with everybody. So.
Dale, how do you want to be remembered?
Just kind of as a swell guy. I don't want to like leave a bad impression on anyone. You know, I'm just doing me. I don't want to upset anyone, but if they come across me in life, I'm more than welcome to allow them to come along for the ride.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, Gus, tell me what you've been up to in the last 6 months.
Remotely viewing. Do you want to look at the camera or you?
You can look at me.
I usually sit at home and I just remotely view, just look at things.
Are you concerned about your actions or your location being monitored at all? Or are you totally off the grid?
I'm off the grid and I'm watching them.
And are you in a relationship?
With a few.
Okay. And you asked this journalist to meet with you. Are you concerned about revealing what happened to you?
Not at all, because I can see what she's doing with the information.
Okay. Bob,
Yeah,
how long have you been a journalist?
about 10, 12 years now, since I was in high school.
8 years. 8 years.
8 years. Right? Yeah, 8 years.
Now, your classified material is being relayed to you in this interview. Are you concerned at all about national security?
Not so much. My biggest concern is getting the details that I need and being able to make a story with them and get across to the people what they need to know.
So do you believe that there's such a thing as psychic spies?
Certainly, without a doubt.
So in your mind, you think anything's possible?
Not necessarily anything, but what I have psychic powers.
Gus, have you ever displayed telekinetic power? Can you move objects
Yes.
with your mind?
Yes.
Tell me a favorite childhood memory.
Favorite childhood memory. I remember one time I was in class. The teacher was taking tests, and I was able to just write the answers down without studying. They all thought I was cheating. I guess I was.
But you knew the answers.
Yeah.
Bob, what's your favorite childhood memory?
Going way back, I'd say probably at one point when I was about 8 or 9, when I discovered my knack for writing. We had to interview one of our family, and I interviewed my grandfather. And it was his story that reached out to me, that really got me into storytelling, which was he was actually a pilot in the Vietnam War. And learning about the heritage that I had in my family opened up my eyes about people as uninteresting and as crude as my grandfather could have.
What do you mean by crude?
He was a very selfish man, very arrogant, very filthy. And I always assumed that he was just like that just because. But learning more about his past made everything click, and that's when I realized that everyone has some kind of past to them.
If someone was going to write your story, what would your story be? How would they describe you? What would you?
Looking at myself from the third person, I would probably say they would describe me as someone who overlooks things, overlooks the big picture to find out the details. A perfectionist, someone who is over-involved in other people.
Gus, how do you want to be remembered? What will they put on your tombstone?
Here lies a man who knew it all.
How about for you?
Someone whose job was to find out what other people knew.
So Jerry, what's going on with you?
Nothing. The button that is really interrupting me when I'm talking, and it's really on my nerves.
So when things aren't symmetrical, that annoys you?
Yeah, it's really. I feel like you're living with your mom. I need to fix that.
Do you think you might be a little OCD?
Yeah.
So are you in a relationship now?
I'm seeing this woman. This woman's like really nice, and the way she talks and everything, it's just so good. This guy thinks that I'm a plan B. Can you believe that?
I think he's a plan B. Try telling him that, but
So what exactly is a plan B?
It's that pregnancy thingy, isn't it?
well, see, that girl you
I
were
can't
talking
believe
about,
that.
what was her name again?
It's I don't even know.
He's
I didn't pay
basically
attention
her
to her
backup,
name.
and he
I paid
doesn't
attention.
seem to believe it because she's got someone else lined up and he's a contingency.
No, I'm not. You are. No.
You're not even a little bit concerned?
No. I'm confident in myself. You know? It's just she takes a look at this, she's like, whoa, that's a man of my dream right there.
George, are you in a relationship?
Yeah, I've kind of been in and out of it. You know, I haven't really been pushing for anything serious lately. I mean, I wouldn't say relationship, but you know, I got a couple of friends.
What do you look for in a woman?
Looks. That's what I look for. Looks.
And what looks do you find attractive?
Personalities.
Personality on the outside, I guess you could say that. Dimensions. You know what's going on. That kind
Big,
of stuff.
small, tall,
Big.
short?
Big.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. How about for you, Jerry?
As I said, personality is a really important part in the whole relationship and everything.
So this girl you're about to see now, can you describe?
Oh, big personalities. Big person. Front and back, both. Oh yeah, handful.
Now you've never really been too serious in a relationship, Jerry. I mean, you know, like you've never been engaged or anything, right?
No.
Do you see yourself someday getting engaged or married or having kids?
No. Not probably. In the very far future. But
So you enjoy your bachelorhood.
oh yeah.
How about for you, George? You
I'm
ready to
loving it.
Yeah, you
I'm
don't want to settle
loving it,
down?
yeah.
Yeah, you're loving the freedom?
Loving the freedom, not for me. You know, after I've seen what he's gone through, it's not my cup of tea.
So, George, have you ever been attracted to Elaine?
Like, it's been this kind of weird thing between her and I, kind of on and off. I guess you could say maybe a little bit.
And how do you feel about Elaine as your friend after you guys have been going out for a while?
She's cool. She's a cool one.
Cool like a sister now?
I don't see anybody as my sister. If it's a girl, I see it as a prey.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you very much.